He's like a greedy lion, big smooth, a humble beast. West Coast perseverance, that's 3 words. Unique butterfly. That's kind of weird, I don't know. Let me explain.
I'm gonna give you a name and you give me the first thing that comes to mind.
Bet.
Tank Dell.
I would say inspirational. You know, not only is he a great football player, but just who he is off the field. You know, he's just kind, he's always smiling. You know, he's been through a lot in his life. You know, he inspires me to get up every day and smile. I mean, everybody knows what he's been through in his life, but you know, he's just always in a great light, and he works so hard. You know, like he reminds me just of my guy Marvin Harrison, who I went to school with, how hard he worked. They have the same type of work ethic, and that's like, man, they're never not working, which is, I tell him to slow down, but you know, he's just inspirational.
Laramie Tunsil.
Big smooth. I would say he's just a smooth criminal. You know, like he doesn't move too fast, move too slow. When he moves, like you feel him. You know, you understand where he's coming from. He's just swaggy. You know, he's the swaggiest lineman I've ever been around. And he has a big heart. You know, he's an introvert. You know, he doesn't really talk much, but once you get to like know him, man, he's just an amazing person. And I call him Big Smooth.
Nico Collins.
Strength. Nico's somebody who reminds me of just a strong person who won't be denied. He plays strong, and he just has a tough, I would say a tough way to him, just how he approaches meetings, how he approaches take care of his body, who he is off the field. He's just a strong person, and you know, I can admire that.
Demeco Ryans.
A humble beast. You know, he's somebody you can tell, like, I feel like he can still play, but he's very humble about everything that he goes about. He attacks every day, you know, with a servant mindset to the Lord, and then to, you know, everybody else around him, his family. I mean, he has a family that I would love to have one day. You know, he inspires me as a father, you know, as a man of God, you know, and just a ton of things. But him on the field, his knowledge of the game, man, he's a humble beast. Like, he's gonna stay cool, calm, and collected, but you turn him up, like, he gonna keep going. Like, it gets the team wild up, and you know, we love it.
Joe Mixon.
West Coast perseverance, that's 3 words. He's straight West Coast. Like, he reminds me of me, you know, like he loved being from the West Coast. He's from the Bay, you know, and that's something that I love. You know, I love being from Southern California at IE 909, you know, he reps the Bay. And, you know, he's just somebody who has persevered through a lot as well, you know, moved around in his youth, you know, had some situations in college and in the league, you know, and just persevered through everything and just kept his head on straight and just tried to keep the main thing.
Dalton Schultz.
Unique butterfly. That's kind of weird, I don't know. Let me explain. I would say he has a cocoon, but once you get past that cocoon, he opens up and he blossoms. And he's somebody who I leaned on. He taught me about the league. You know, he was the first one to tell me, like, man, this is a week by week basis. Like, that's how they judge you. That's how they're gonna, you know, remember you. It's how you do every week. And, you know, he's somebody who I'll call if I'm going through something, or, you know, he'll come over the house and kick it with me, watch film. And he's just very smart about everything. Like me and him could sit there literally for 2 hours and talk about watches. Then we'll talk about real estate, and then we'll talk about, you know, business opportunities. We'll talk about houses and like different type of housing we like, you know, different type of landscape. Like, he just has a bunch of different things under his sleeve, which I appreciate.
Drake May.
I don't really know Drake too well, but I would say he has upside. You know, he has a lot of good things he does on film from college, and, you know, the main thing I would say, man, just be confident. You know, be yourself. You know, go out there and attack it. You know, and it's up to you. Everybody's looking at you, and that's no pressure. Just be you, man. Like, you've done it before. The same things that you did before will take care of what you're doing now.
Tom Brady.
He's the blueprint. You know, he's who you would model your game after. You know, just career-wise, but, you know, you got to be yourself at the same way. So he'll tell you that. Man, he's another person I look at as like a strong servant. You know, he served his players. He wanted to, you know, be a great teammate, and that's something that I want to be as well. So, you know, he's just like somebody who has done it the right way in every single step, from football to business to lifestyle, you know, and so on and so forth.
Micah Parsons.
I would say, yeah, he's like a greedy lion. Like, he has no on and off switch. He's on 24/7. He has terrible takes. But also, man, he's a great friend of mine. You know, I have nothing but great things to say of him other than his takes. But, man, he's smart. He loves the game. He loves his family, you know, and he loves hard. You know, you can tell that once you get in this circle that you're tight knit.
Stefon Diggs.
I would say Steph is authentic. Steph is authentic in every single way that you can imagine. Like he doesn't care who's watching; he's gonna be himself, and that's something that I could appreciate. And he's always smiling, always happy. And I'm just really excited and grateful to have a teammate and another brother like him.